असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Now see factors affecting friction. So how the factors are affecting the friction and which type of factors we have, we'll see. So we have three types of factors that are affecting the friction. So the first one is the types of surfaces, and the second one is the weight of the body. And third one is the area of contact. Okay, so how these three factors affecting the friction, now I will explain. See the first one, types of surfaces. So we have two types of surfaces. One is the rough surface and another one is the smooth surface. So now we are taking two types of surfaces, one is the rough and one is the smooth surface. So for example, we know that rough surface is having more friction and smooth surface is having less friction. So how? Now I will tell you. So for example, on the table we have one book. Okay. Now on the table we are taking the book. Now observe the surface of the table and bottom surface of the book. So when we are seeing from some distance, we assume that the surface of the table is smooth and the bottom surface of the book is also smooth. So we are observing that these two surfaces are smooth here. But when we are pushing this book, when we are applying some force on this book, what will happen? After some time the book will stop. Okay, at the corner or at the middle of the table, the book will stop. Why? We know that the frictional force is applied on the surface of the book and the surface of the table. Right? So this is in opposite direction. So when we are assume that this is a smooth surface, why the book is not moving continuously here? Why it is stopped after some time? So here when we are observing the surface of the table and the book with the help of microscope, so there we observe. So first of all I want to tell table surface. So it will looks like this. Ups and downs will present on the surface of the table. When we are observe closely, we will observe like this. And the bottom surface of the book is also same like this. It is also having ups and downs. Okay, so here the surface is not smooth here. It is having some ups and downs on the surface. So when on the surface of the table the object is moving, so when the book is moving, so it is observed, means it is affected by the ups and downs of the table. So at some point, so when we are observing, so at this point and at this point and at this point, so here the surface of the book is affected by the surface of the table here. So that's why the book is stopped itself after some time because of frictional force here. So when it is a smooth surface, the object is moved continuously. So when we are observing this closely, we are observing the ups and downs on this surface. So we can say that this surface is the rough surface. So that's why the object is stopped after some time. So that's why the rough surface is having more friction when compared to the smooth surface. So when you are observe the table, the carpenter, he will make the table and he is using one type of machine to smooth the surface of the table, right? He will rub the table with the machine so many times, right? So with that rubness, the table will get smoothness. So there we will not say it is 100% smooth. Maybe it is somewhat 80 or 90% smoothness will form on the table, right? So here I want to give you one more example. Now see, road versus ice cube. So when we are walking on the road, we can walk on the road very easily, right? With comfortably we can walk on the road. Why? Because the road is having more friction, right? That friction can walk on the road, right? So that friction is making us to walk on the road. So when we want to walk on the ice cube, so when we are taking big ice cube, so when we want to walk on the ice cube, what will happen? We know that with the smoothness of the ice cube, we will fall down. Definitely we will fall down. Why it is happen like that? So there on the ice cube, the frictional force is less because the smoothness of the surface is more. There is no ups and downs on the surface of the ice cube. It is very smooth surface, right? The total ice cube is having the same surface and it is a smooth surface. So when we want to walk on the ice cube, we will fall down due to less friction on the ice cube. So when we walk on the road, we can walk easily because there is a friction is more, right? So this is a types of surfaces. So here we can say that the rough surface is having more friction and smooth surface is having less friction. Okay. Now come to the second one, weight of the body. Now how the weight of the body affecting the friction? Now I will explain. See. So for example, on the table, if you are taken book, we know that on the surface of the table, the book is at resting position, right? Here the two forces acting on the book. So the weight of the force is acting downward, nothing but gravitational force, and normal force from this point. So here we have the surface of the book and surface of the table. So here the two forces will act on the book and table here. So now the gravitational force is acting downwards and normal force is acting upward here. So these two forces acting equal and opposite in direction here, right? So the book is at resting position. Why? Because here net force is acting on the book is 0. So when we are applying the force on the object, we know that the book will move and at the same time in opposite direction frictional force is applied on the book. Frictional force will act on the book. This is we know already. So here, for example, if we are applying the force here We are saying normal force, no? So here if we are applying the 2 newtons and 2 kg, weight we are saying, no? So here we have to take mass and here we have to take 2 newtons. So when we are applying the 2 newtons and here normal force is 2 newtons and the gravitational force is 2 kg. So here these two are equal. So the book is at rest. So here how much amount of force we have to apply here on the book? So here normal force and weight of the object is, weight of the force is 2. So here we have to apply more than this number, right? So then here we have to apply 3 newtons or 3 kg or 4 newtons or 4 kg we have to apply here. So then only the book will move. So finally we can say that if you are applying something 20 kg or 20 newtons of the force, what will happen? The book will move from one place to another place. The position of the book is changed. At that time the frictional force is less on the object. So this one we can say that this is the static friction, right? So here when we are applying the more amount of the force when compared to Newton normal force and gravitational force, here we have to apply the large amount of the force on the object, right? If you are applying the less amount of the force on the book, the frictional force is equal to the force which we are applied. So the book will at rest position only. So there must be, we have to apply the large amount of the force to move the object. So then the object will move. So we can say that here frictional force is frictional force is affects weight of the object or body, weight of the object or weight of the body. Okay, so clear this. So to reduce the frictional force we have to apply the large amount of the force, then only we can reduce the static friction. The book will move from one place to another place. So this is about weight of the body. So now the next one is the area of contact. So how the area of the contact affecting the friction? So see here, we have to take one object here. One wooden block we have to take. So or wooden block or iron block we have to take in vertically. Now tie this block with the string. So now take the string and attach to this block, and here we have to take one spring balance. Okay, now here we have to take one hanger to hold with our hand. Okay, now instead of this spring balance we have the spring, and to this spring up and down we have the scale. Okay, now one is the Newton scale and one is the kg scale. Okay, kg is nothing but mass. Now we are keeping this on the surface. Now when we are pulling this spring balance, what will happen? The block will not move. When we are applying a little more amount of force on this block, the block will not move. So here when we are pulling this spring balance, instead of the spring will change its position, right? So when we are stretching the spring will changes its position, right? It is stretched. When we are releasing it, again it comes to its position. So when we are stretching this, we will observe here the changes in the spring. At the same time, we will observe the values on this normal and in the kgs. So at that time we have to note the values. So at a certain point, when we are pulling this continuously, at a certain point the block will start its moving. So for example, assume that at 15 kg or 15 newtons, the block is started its moving, right? Assume this as the 15 kg or 15 newtons. The block is started its moving when we are pulling it continuously, right? So here I want to take this block in a horizontal direction, okay? Now on the same surface, the same block we have to take, and same here we have to tie this block, and same spring balance we have to take here. Just we are changing the position of the block here. Now it is here horizontal, firstly it is vertical, now it is horizontal. The remaining process is same. The same scales we have to take to measure the distance of this when we are pulling. Now again we have to pull it with our hand, right? So when we are pulling this, again after some time, at certain point the block will start its moving. So for example, at the same 15 newtons, the block is started its moving. So here in first we are taking a force is equals to 15 newtons, and here also we are taking 15 newtons. At the same mass, the block is started its moving. Here we are taking vertical direction, and here we are taking horizontal direction. Just we are changing the direction of the object, but the area of the object is same. The same block with the same mass, same size it is. The area of the object is not changed here, right? Just we are changing the direction of the object, okay? So here area of the contact is same, it is on the surface only. So here the surface of the block and the surface of the earth, so which we are taken table or whatever. So here the surfaces are same here when we are taking vertical direction. So when we are taking horizontal direction, here also the area is same, just we are changing the direction. The area of the contact is same when we are taking vertical direction and horizontal direction. So from this we can see that the frictional force is not affect the area of the contact, okay? So frictional force is not affect the area of contact, right? So here from these three we can say that the frictional force will affect types of surfaces and weight of the body, but the frictional force will not affect the area of the contact. This is about factors affecting friction, okay?